They hid their geek with nerd and dork. They hid their geek with nerd and dork. They hid their geek with nerd and dork. Neighborhood backronym con. They hid their geek with nerd and dork because their geek entrapment is the meek. Backronym con hustle. Execution entrapment. Defense kill hustle. Alibis claiming murder. Under bubonic plague. Execution entrapment reaper. VA. Con hustle of the geek representing a jail, cell, and petri dish jail table. Theory entrapment of VA represented acronym hustle of vagina ass with guns and knives. Soulmate, rape bait, peer entrapment of female entrapment versus freedom with the 8th and 13th Amendment in mind. Christmas ham. You know, they did their dollar hustle money con with dollar bill bird pyramid and bubonic plague, where they then used veterans to represent rats of the bubonic plague and local firemen for the fleas. And you know, of course, the reaper of the Black Death represented with the evil police and the execution entrapment that was the whole thing of the Ferryman 4th century stuff. I mean, they did that for a representative place dollar hustle money con. You know, and then they keep getting in the way on purpose. And then reverse blaming like they got a penny with it. You know, then they got a $5 link in it over 12 apartments and a penny. You know, they quit making the penny when I was here. Give you a clue about, you know, existential punishments. Anyway, and then it's covered up with, what do you mean? We're like saving money. But anyway, the real money hustle, if you want me to break it down for you, is the fact the money con itself is about the middle hallway. And then the representative place reaper. Dressed in a black cloak with a
DC
sight. Because if you take hush money,
Bloody Mary Boogie,
okay, HM, Hall, Middle Holly, if you take hush money, or anything like hush money, you can get blackmailed. Okay, and then the money con is they get their money back. Because they blackmail you to get the money back, and then they're going to make you do stuff. On top of they took the money back. So that, I believe, is the money con, is the hush money, or the hired money. Same thing. If they hire you with money to do crime hustles, then they can blackmail you, get their money back, and then make you do stuff anyway. So you gotta watch out for getting blackmailed this whole thing. I know I'm watching out not to take money from anyone. Unusual situations. You don't know the half of it. Unusual situations. You don't know who's legit and unlegit. Unusual situations. You wouldn't believe it if I told you what it is. Unusual situations. Hey, watch out who you obeyed. The big group complaining about the angry person might be a group hustle of pirates who have aggravated someone to get them in trouble on purpose. And of course they would be angry. They have a pirate group hustling them. Unusual situations. You don't know the half of it.
You know, they got a multi-hustles. They have a bunch of hustles. Almost, I think they're on Prism, where it's like, oh my God, there's so many freaking hustles. There's a coercion entrapment here of crystal energy. But anyway, it's almost like they're a disease hustle. You know, I'm at apartment 3 and 4 across the hall for the DC Boogeyman, Washington, Bloody Mary Boogeyman, Hitman, murder business shit. But, you know, with the dollar hustle, the money con, the con hustles, this and that, you know, Representative Place Reaper apartment shit. But, you know, for the Cameroon con, you know, Cameroon's the birthplace of AIDS. So they have full-blown HIV on hired illegal veterans with their Louisville kind of illegal veteran stalkers and all this, like every acronym, pun. You know, because a lot of people represent devil with disease virus thoughts. Backronym, puns. So, you know, they got that. But then on the multi-hustle, then they got their Dunkin' Donut. Caught Donut, dead Dunkin' Donut hit on Parkinson's disease. And hit with the Muhammad Ali, Michael J. Fox. And we got Division 6 police. So they do the female doppelganger, rape, bait, entrapment, murder business on Color of Law. And then also, because of Reaper, Color of Law, like all the colors in the one, or absence versus all theory. And then absence of light, all color, all this theory on that. But they're Division 6, beat 4. They're like, we're going to beat you down. But, and their evil the projects, Reaper police, overreach tyranny with the helpers. The illegal gavel handle. Neighborhood background. But, so they got all these multi-hustles. And they've been Phantom. It's all the Phantom harassment alpha of all their Phantom harassment police hustles.